Hey ladies! Oh my goodness, it's so good to be back and chatting with you and in this group. I have been away for the past 5 days. For those of you that don't know, I was at the Narrow Conference with Michelle Myers, and she works his way, and it was so much fun. So I have so much information to share with you, so many truth bombs to drop on you, and I cannot wait. But I'm going to give them to you in bite-sized pieces so that you don't get overwhelmed and so that you can implement them slowly. But I wanted to share with you today the most important thing that I walked away with, that God is just teaching me, and He has completely refreshed me, encouraged my heart from this truth. So I am going to share it with you in 3 different bite-sized pieces today. So let's get started, so that we can do this quickly and so that I can maximize your time. So first, for those of you that don't know me, I am Allie Christian, and I am the founder of this group, the Proverbs 31 Entrepreneurs, and I am an online business coach, and I help female entrepreneurs develop successful businesses with Jesus at the center. So making sure that all of your priorities are in order, which is what we're going to talk about today, as you're building a business, which can be really stressful and really frustrating and really overwhelming. But I love working with women, holding their hands step by step and teaching them. So I do that through different courses, through different resources, anything from workbooks to a mastermind group. So, okay, so here's the truth bomb. I'm going to drop it on you, and then I'm going to explain. All right. Okay, also first let me preface this with, like I said, I was at the Narrow Conference with Michelle Myers, and it was so wonderful to be able to be in person with other Christ-centered female entrepreneurs. It was so wonderful to meet people in person that I work with regularly, and there's just something about being in person, giving each other a hug, being able to talk business in person. So I was able to spend lots of time with Michelle Myers, Summer Phoebus, Rachel McMichael, Amy Tilley, so many amazing colleagues, and so my heart is super refreshed. So let me just encourage you to find any in-person event that you think you could truly benefit from and go to it. Okay, that being said, this is all coming from how refreshed and encouraged I am from spending time with my colleagues. Okay, now that being said, here's the truth bomb. I know you've been holding on. I almost gave it to you and then I pulled back, but okay. Your business is a ministry. So I know that might sound really simple, and you might be like, okay, Allie, that sounds super fluffy, but it is a ministry. Now, God has called you to your business, so you need to make sure that you're doing it well. But what does that mean, right? And what does that mean that we do our business as a ministry? So I have 3 points for you to help you really think through this. And I want you to be praying through this. If you are struggling with this idea right now, if you're confused, if you're overwhelmed, just stop, just press pause on this video and pray that God would give you clarity and really help you work through this idea. Okay. One of the most important ideas that I walked away from the Narrow Conference was that our businesses are our ministries. It is important, now here's the first point, it is important how we run our businesses, because as a ministry, it represents Jesus. So I'm going to simply ask you a few questions on this idea so that you can think through this. So how is your customer service? How are you treating people? What do your social media posts, your emails, your blogs, your YouTube videos, whatever it is, what do they say about Jesus? If you mention nothing about Jesus in your business or in your posts or any of your content, would your audience sense or know that you love the Lord? Do you segment family, church ministry and business as all separate categories, or are you seeing them as each of them, as if each of them are a ministry? How are you seeing those different parts of your life? Okay. All right. My next point in regards to this truth bomb is realizing that your business is a ministry instead of a business turns it from grind to grace. Now, ladies, I don't know if you know this about me. Hopefully you do by now, but I am not a fan of the girl boss movement, because here's why. Not because I'm against those women that are working hard, not that I am against any women who want to empower themselves and build successful businesses. That is not why. But because the girl boss movement puts the focus on ourselves instead of on the one who is carrying us through our businesses, and the one who is giving us power, giving us vision, giving us goals, giving us success, whatever that might look like for you. It puts it all on ourselves instead of on Him, Jesus, who is carrying us through this. So realizing that your business is a ministry instead of just a business turns it from grind to grace. Your ministry is an opportunity given to you to use your gifts that the Lord has given to you, not an opportunity that you stumbled upon and that you must be successful at so that you can provide for your family and do all of these things. It is an opportunity for you to use your gifts, and if God has given you this opportunity to use your gifts, He will carry you through it. You do not have to get on the grind every day and be stressing and anxious and worrying about your business and if you're going to do well or not. It turns, looking at your business as a ministry instead of just a business, turns that mindset from rush, anxiety, stress, pressure, all of these forceful negative emotions to grace. That God is going to bring you through it, that He is going to help you succeed in your business. If He's given you a vision, if He has brought you into this, He will bring you through it. So remember that thinking of our businesses as a ministry turns it from grind to grace. And ladies, we want to be in the grace instead of the grind, okay? Stop going 100 miles a minute, feeling like I need to get all of these things done and running this rat race. And instead, just simply pray and trust in God, and surround yourself with a community of other female entrepreneurs who are Christians and believe the same idea about the grace instead of the grind. If that means you join a free group such as this one, if that means you join our Proverbs 31 mastermind, if that means you join one of my courses where that community is provided for you, it is so important to be in a community and in a following of other Christian female entrepreneurs so that they can help you, so that they can encourage you, so they can remind you that your calling is to grace and not to grind. Okay? All right. The third point that I have with this big idea that God has put on my heart, and ladies, I'm telling you, he helped me write out my notes this morning. He has been just bringing me through the ringer this weekend with this idea. And so I am so excited to be finally sharing it with you and almost just like getting it off my chest. He has given me all of this information to share with you. And so I am simply a vessel sharing this information with you. So my third point that He has given me is you must take His work seriously. Now, ladies, total transparency, this hit me like a ton of bricks this morning. So it's not like I'm coming to you feeling like I have this mastered, but I am just refreshed and my pace is set back from where it was even last week. He taught me so much about this morning. I'm going to share a little bit about that in a few minutes, but you must take His work seriously. Now, what does this mean, right? What does this mean? What does this look like? My priorities, as well as your priorities, I'm sure, and if they're not, they should be, God, family, work, okay? But that doesn't mean that work being the last priority gets put on the back burner and that we get to complete our work at half par. That is absolutely not what that means. That does not mean that as Christian entrepreneurs, we say, oh, I'm going to serve the Lord first, and then my family, and then my clients get the rest of me, whatever's left. Because you know what? I'm going to spend time with my family, and I'm going to put my family first, and they're my first priority. And my clients are pretty much going to get the leftovers. No, that is not what it means at all. And like I said, this hit me like a ton of bricks this morning, and I'll tell you why. If God has called you to do something in your business, then you had better do it well. Okay? If He has called you to be in business as your ministry, then we need to be doing it well. So Ben and I were just having this conversation this morning. I have a client call later. I have my network marketing business boost course. That is today at 1:30, and I'm super excited to chat with those ladies. Now, here's the thing. My sister-in-law is visiting from Wyoming, and we're in New York. So she has spent a lot of money, a lot of time to get out here, and we planned a trip to go to Albany, where we don't get to go very often, and Ben and I planned this. We were excited to explore, especially with Addie and especially with my sister-in-law and him, who I haven't seen in 5 days. It was just perfect timing, perfect everything. But I made a mistake in my scheduling and I double booked. So I booked this day in Albany with exploring and all of these fun things, all of the people that I want to spend time with. I double booked with this network marketing group call. And so this morning I woke up sensing God telling me, listen, you need to really think through this, and convicting me that I was not giving my clients all of the effort that they deserved. So I had a plan to go, yesterday I made a plan to go to Albany and find a place where there was Wi-Fi or at least enough service to use my data for this call. But I started sensing this is going to be too stressful, meaning I'm not going to be a good wife. I'm not going to be a good mom. I'm going to be stressed out. I'm going to be preoccupied. That means I'm not going to be a good business coach. I'm not going to be able to give my clients everything that they need. I'm not going to be able to be completely focused on them because I'm going to be worried. Is my service going in and out? Are there people around me that are distracting me from this call? Just so many things. Like, I knew that I was not going to be able to give my clients the best that they deserved if I went. So clearly I am in my house, right? I did not go because I was convicted that I would not be doing my job as a business coach and mentor well. So even though my priorities are God, family, and business, my husband was actually the one who dropped this truth bomb on me and was like, Allie, your clients deserve the best from you. So I know that you want to be with us. I know that you are an excellent mom. You are doing your best. And as your husband, I encourage you to stay home and focus on your clients so that they take priority. That doesn't mean that if my daughter gets hurt in Albany, God forbid, that I'm not going to run down there and be mom and play my role. But this does mean that because my clients have invested in me and God has also given me this opportunity and position to be their coach, to be their mentor, that I'm going to be there and I'm going to do it well. So, it was just perfect timing how God put this on my heart this weekend, and then this happened today, and it was just one of those things that was totally God ordained. So just because our priorities are God, family, work, does not mean that work or business, ministry, whatever you want to call it, start calling it a ministry, that work or your ministry gets put on the back burner. So make sure that you are really sensitive to the Spirit about what that looks like, and that you are really sensitive to what God is calling you to do. And sometimes it's like this morning, it's a toss-up. You're there last minute like, God, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to go to Albany with my family and be mom, or do you want me to be a business coach and fulfill my role? And I was truly convicted especially based on the money that was invested in me to do my best as a business coach. because I know that my clients are paying top dollar for me to be there for them. And so I was truly convicted. So sometimes money is the factor, and that's okay. Money is a practical way that God can speak to us and use us. Okay, so really quickly, I want to review the 3 thoughts that I have for you about transforming your thinking from business to ministry. Your business is your ministry. That's going to look different for everybody. So you need to think through it and you need to pray through it. But it's important how we run our businesses, because as a ministry, it represents the work that we do for the Lord. Okay? Number 2, realizing that your business is a ministry instead of a business changes your thinking and your entire life from grace to grind. And third, we must take his work seriously. So don't think that just because our priorities are God, family, business, or ministry, that ministry gets put on the back burner and we don't do it well. We do it with excellence. We do it with everything that we have. But if there's an occasion that comes up where we first need to put our family first, family's always first, before money, before business. But God will give you discernment about that, and he will help you understand. He will help each of us understand in our own lives what that looks like. Okay, ladies, hope this was helpful for you. I am praying for you through this idea of transforming our minds from thinking in grind to grace. I'm praying for you. If you have any questions or any thoughts about this, I would love for you to reach out to me, and I will talk to you soon.